Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm back with another episode of my Loving Touch series. Pretty sure this is chapter 4. It is about the first one-on-one snuggle date I had with Sel. And these stories are based on my lightly fictionalized experience in 2019 as I was beginning to navigate my first experiences with conscious relationships. My first one-on-one snuggle date with Sel landed on an evening after I'd had a particularly challenging day. A serious legal issue and a grand jury were involved. I do not currently wish to elaborate. I was nervous. My body felt tense and awkward as I knocked. He swung open the door and I took in the sight of him. His bright eyes, his sweet, slightly crooked smile, the way he held his body. I was surprised to realize that below the anxiety, I also felt strangely calm. I'd spent quite a bit of time in his house over the past few months, as well as cuddled with and observed him from afar, so I felt safe. We'd had brief conversations, but the snuggle crew had always been there as a buffer and distraction from long or personal conversation topics. I didn't yet know if the attraction I felt was purely physical or if his personality was as amazing as his snuggles. I was impressed and amazed when he answered my, "How are you?" with an open and honest, "I am sad." He admitted that his lover of 7 months had broken up with him the night before. An aspect of me leapt with excitement hearing that, and another felt worried he'd be too sad to spend the evening together and would ask me to leave. I had steel bands of stress wrapped around my chest. Hoping to ease the pressure and calm my amped up nervous system, I wrapped my arms around myself and held on tight. Rather than attempt to take him in all at once, I focused on one section at a time as we moved into the kitchen and he continued cooking dinner. What is his right arm doing? Mixing something green and lumpy in a pan. What the fuck? Damn it, it's fucking kale. Wait, what did he say? He's polyamorous. Okay, cool. I'm glad that's the first topic. Shows what's foremost on his mind. I think I can try looking towards his face for a few moments while he talks. Oh, wait, maybe not. When he looks directly at me, I feel a lot of things and I might have to sit down. Okay, I'll go back to just a section at a time. It's interesting how he balances on one leg, propping the one foot on top of the other. Yay, that makes his tight ass a bit more obvious through his pants. I want to put my hand... Wait, what'd you just say? We started off talking at a surface level about polyamory, my marriage, and divorce. How we were nearly the same age. He builds high-end wooden furniture and always loved woodworking. He even saved up and bought his first drill press at 14. When I asked him what he would make if he had unlimited, easy access to any tool and material he wanted, he wasn't sure, but he told me stories of interesting things he had made from material left over from other projects. Seems his creativity seems to be directed more towards what can be created from what's readily available, rather than from a space of limitless possibilities. I peppered him with questions, and it was already becoming clear I was unlikely to ever tire of wanting to ask more. We finally went downstairs to the cuddle area. We stuffed pillows into our shirts and we bounced around a bit and then ran at each other like sumo wrestlers. We hit hard and fell backwards, just giggling. Again, I demanded. We laughed and we bounced off the walls. I felt drunk from all the laughter. We collapsed into a brief snuggle to get our breath back. He tried to teach me some contact improv. And I realized I wanted to climb him like a howler monkey, yet somehow contain myself. We both got tired pretty quickly and ended up snuggling for at least an hour. I felt warm, soothed by the low lights, the cozy surroundings, and his hand on my lower back. We talked about the trauma release tremors that had been coursing through my body for over a year. He rubbed my back while we lay stomach to stomach in a T formation. His gentle curiosity felt inviting, and stories tumbled over themselves in a mad rush to come out of my mouth. I was delighted and relieved he hadn't watched any of the videos my business partner Serena and I had been posting about first kisses, butt crack itch, tea, and sex. We were practicing getting all of our insecurities out by posting Facebook Live videos of ourselves and calling it the #EverybodyShow. It had been really fun, but it was disconcerting when people I'd never met approached like we were old friends. They'd see the bewildered look on my face and say, "Oh, I watch all of your videos." And I'd feel a rush of relief that I wasn't forgetful. I just had never met them before. I can't remember how it came up, but suddenly I heard myself saying I'd been celibate for nearly 2 years. He paused, looked thoughtful, and asked if I knew when that would end. I paused, looked at him, felt the pressure on my stomach as it filled and emptied on top of his as I breathed. I don't know yet. It will be when I meet the right guy. The idea train that he was the right guy had already started chugging through my brain. He asked why I'd said my day was so rough, and I decided to tell him. He held me while I briefly explained the legal issue, and I cried some of the fear, frustration, and anger out and felt much lighter. We moved on to talking about my excitement about the business Serena and I were creating, and then on to how all of my past experiences are really just part of my superhero origin story. I kept following my intuition and speaking from my authentic self rather than what I felt I should say or what I guessed he might want to hear. There were moments of sexual tension, but I didn't feel interested in pursuing it at the time. I reasoned with myself that with his lover out of the picture, maybe there was less chance of him needing or wanting to hold back. Perhaps that's the real reason our one-on-one opportunities hadn't worked out, and I didn't want to rush him. He invited me to come back on Saturday. I impulsively gave him 4 hugs on my way out. We kept thanking each other for the evening and gushing that it was exactly what each of us needed. I realized I was interested and excited about the chance to explore more with him, especially if that meant I'd get to feel his hands and his mouth exploring my body. I noticed I didn't feel intellectually intimidated, but I did feel intellectually stimulated. I felt curious, excited, and energized by his company. During my drive home, I visualized he was with me while I practiced saying I was ready and willing to invite his frisky energy if he was interested. Friday at 7:54 a.m., I received a text from Sel. It was fun to be with you yesterday and get to hear a bit of your life story. I enjoyed your happiness about the birth of your superhero. Smiley face emoji. I received that text straight up, fresh out of the shower, wearing only my robe. I sat down heavily on the couch as I burst out crying happy tears and then started crying harder as I realized this was really happening. A nice guy I really liked was still interested in me even after being alone with me all evening. My stomach muscles contracted extra hard and all of a sudden my phone made a weird noise. In horror, I realized that when the muscle contraction forced me to lean over, I somehow dialed a FaceTime call in response to his text. Oh my God, did I just accidentally call him seconds after he texted? Holy shit. My boob pushed a button. Oh, wait, phew, he has an old POS Android. It doesn't do FaceTime. I don't want him thinking I'm overeager or something, but I didn't want to leave him hanging too long. I decided to do yoga first, move some of this energy through my body, and see if I could figure out what to say after that. At 8:35 a.m., I sent him a text. I have things to say, but I'm a post-yoga mess, and I don't have access to those words right now. 12:36 p.m., sent him another text. Yeah, last night was just right for where I was at the time, and I'm very thankful we did it. Thank you for being so sweet and gentle and all around amazing. I feel much calmer today than I think I otherwise would be after the intensity of yesterday afternoon. On Saturday morning, I'm disappointed. Sel just canceled Saturday afternoon because his ex wants to see him to talk, but that's totally okay. Timing wasn't quite right. I need more time for myself anyhow. So thank you for being on the receiving end. I hope you enjoyed this latest episode in the story, and have a great day.